Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Happy Boyama, aka Mrs. B, the Rich Advocate. Thank you very much for subscribing, for liking, sharing, and watching my videos, and welcome to this video. So guys, I really appreciate your support and everything else. I know I haven't been uploading, but yet I still got, like subscribers and everything else like that, and views going up and up daily. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So today's video is basically, it's more of like a story time. I just want to share with you my LLB journey, or let me just say my law journey, if I have to put it that way, how it started and how it's going and how I hope it ends and everything else like that. So you know what, guys, I will literally start from the application part of things, of which my friend, my very dear friend, actually applied for me, and I got accepted in the University of the Western Cape. So we all know that I'm in Cape Town, University of the Western Cape. Fast forward, we come back to this one. She applied for me, and you know what, when I got accepted, so initially my initial thing was to do teaching. I did get accepted at UJ for teaching, but it wasn't the phase that I wanted to teach at. And when I inquired, they said if you have to change the following year, they won't be like crediting me and all of those things. When you don't even understand what it means to be credited when you go to the second year and everything else like that, I was like, you know what, let me just take this, because to be honest, I really did love law, but not as passionate as being a teacher. But obviously I didn't know what to expect. You just see people going to court for law things and the black and white kind of a thing. Then I fell in love with all of those things. So fast forward, I went to the Western Cape University. I remember the first day we got there, guys. We used the bus to Cape Town. That was literally my first time going to the Western Cape, and we used the bus. It was me with my other friends and with this friend that I'm telling you that she actually applied for me. Obviously I'm not gonna mention names, and because I didn't really ask them if I should actually mention their names. So yeah, it was very nice. We traveled. I actually even met a very dear friend. It was the first time we met, but then now we are like very good friends, and we are like family, if I have to put it that way. So when we got to UWC and we got there, you know what, if you are familiar, when you get to university, you basically, if you applied for res, you are assigned a room and all of those things. I actually got a room at Cecilesau residence at UWC. And yeah, that was that. When you just got there, it's the university, you're from matric, you really don't know much of what to expect. So fast forward, since this story time is about my LLB journey. It's not actually about the journey to the Western Cape, but I will actually do another video where I talk about my stay at UWC and Western Cape as a whole. So yeah, and then I got NSFAS Vele, that thing where we applied, you get accepted, and then now you get your book allowance, whatever. So my first year as an LLB student, we had, I think we were supposed to do 11 modules, yeah. The other ones, we had to do non-legal courses, of which we had to choose from the arts faculty. I chose psychology. It was nice. Psychology was good, but when you are first year, you don't even know. We actually had some I don't know if it was like a workshop or what, but in first year, just before we could choose our modules, where lecturers from the arts faculty came to explain to us, there was a list of those modules. Some did what is this, geography, some did history, some did I don't really remember that list, but I actually chose psychology. So I actually convinced myself, when you are a lawyer, you must know you must know psychology, you must be able to read people's minds and all of those things, because we literally think psychology is about reading people's minds, but it's just lack of knowledge. I don't know if it ever gets to that, but at times it's really lack of knowledge, saying if I do this one, definitely I'm going to make it, guys. Okay, first year we did those non-legal courses, first and second semester, but they were also like law modules that we obviously were doing. I think in total I had about 11 modules for my first year. It was tough, man, but it was doable at the same time. Yeah, but I found law of persons to be very difficult, and family law, and to a point where I failed it. I failed law of persons, and when I got to my second year, I had to repeat it. So, but then when I repeated it, I actually loved it to a point where now I actually think I love family law, obviously with human rights. Also, I will do a video on the area that I think I love, the area of law, and what I did and what I'm continuing with at the moment with my master's, with what I'm continuing with at the moment with my master's and everything else like that. So yeah, and so first year, there were quite a few modules, like I said, and there was this other module. It was legal systems, and guys, I did I didn't understand that module. I did not understand it. Not that I was lazy or anything. I just did not understand it, to a point where I thought, but you see, me wanting to do teaching was such a good idea. I remember the other time I told my other friend, I was like, listen, I'm going to change this. It's not happening. I went, that was after I failed the first test. I went to the Department of Education. Guys, I got lost. And because that day I was like, okay, I think it was before we did the first test, but then the first, I think we had some, it's a long ago thing. So obviously I will say a lot of I think, but it was legal systems, and we used to have these class tests or what, like those short small things. I forgot the name, it slipped my mind. But then guys, now I realized that I know this is not for me. I cannot do it. I really can't do this. And I literally I wanted to go change after we've attended a few lectures, obviously, with different modules. I was like, I know definitely this is not for me. I literally went to the Department of Education. I wanted to see if I can just change and do teaching maybe the following year or even the same year if it was still possible. But I don't think that was as much possible. But guess what? I got lost. I could not literally get to the Department of Education. So, okay, life continued. First year, I happened to pass the other modules, and I failed law of persons. I got a sub for family law, and I got a sub for family law, and I also got a sub for this course, Introduction to Legal Systems, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I did those, the subs I did pass, and then I still failed law of persons. I did not even qualify for sub. Okay, that was my first year. Second year, same thing, guys. There was this module, law of property. We used to call it law of things. Yeah, but it's like property law of property law. But we call it law of things in UWC. That one was a killer. Like it literally finished me. I know, it's just that, I can't mention my friends' names. The people I used to go to class, the people I used to go to class with, they know. So that was like a killer, guys. It was a killer. That module for me was a killer, and we also did interpretation of statutes. That one was literally to a point where if you don't get SAP, you already conclude that I failed it. It's literally, there's no other way. If you did not get a SAP, you failed it. So, when you don't get a SAP, obviously, when you don't get a SAP, it's either you passed or failed, and then you're gonna see at the end of the semester when the results come out. But at least if you get a SAP, okay, I didn't fail it, but I didn't pass it, so at least I'm going to do a SAP. Where you kind of know where you stand. Okay, cool. Those were the killer modules, and also in the second semester there were some of the killer modules that we literally went through. Third year as well. Yeah, third year there was administrative law of admin law. Admin law, and there was also jurisprudence. That one as well was just something else. But I managed to pass it, and there were quite a few modules that I really, really loved in my third year. And one of those things, like for example, law of contract, I really, really loved it. And I found it not easy, but it's something that I really, really felt like, what, I actually love it. And when I read it, I literally could understand it to a point where I would just feel not okay if, I sleep without reading something from the law of contract. I really, really love law of contract, and obviously other modules as well that I was doing in third year were really good. I loved them. And and then we got to fourth year we had to do about 7 electives. So there were 3 compulsory modules: law of evidence and corporate law, and what is the third module that was compulsory, but then 7 had to be electives. So I chose, when you don't really know, because when you see the name, for example, when you see the law of insurance, for example, you literally just think you'll be doing, you after that you definitely gonna open a firm, or you're gonna open an insurance company of some sort, of which, yes, the name of the module really speaks to what you do in the module, but at the same time, it's not that you'll be an expert when you're done with that. But obviously when you choose your electives. We chose those electives, with the impression that after this, literally, I'll be an expert in this. Yes, you can be an expert from those things, but at the same time, it requires quite you need to work hard towards that. You must specialize, you must do those things. I did those electives and a research paper as well. And yeah, literally finished final year. So then the real thing starts. When you do LLB, you literally just think it's gonna be the 4 years from first year to final year, and you just a lawyer, and that's not it. Like that's really not it. And it's things that a whole lot of people, with me included, we are not told. I don't know who's supposed to tell us, but I think it's things we need to know before we do LLB, if you get my point. Okay, so after my LLB, then I passed. Okay, I graduated. It was beautiful, and it was very nice because you finished, and also when you just graduate your LLB, there is an expectation even from family that you must be working now. You must start working because you have completed your studies. You have done your degree. You are done. And obviously not only from family, but also you as a person, after graduating, you literally expect a job, to be hired and become that lawyer that you were promised to be, only to find out that no, with LLB, when you finish your LLB, it's literally just the beginning. Obviously there are things or positions or other jobs that even if you just have an LLB, you can literally work and do so well for yourself. But if you want to be admitted as an attorney, you still need to push. You push. It's not even a joke. For example, after that, I actually got a gig, not really a gig, but yeah, I got to do my LLM, which is my master's. And I got to work as a graduate lecturing assistant in the University of the Western Cape. So when I was doing that, obviously I was getting paid, and it was nice. It's something that I think I actually loved. Then my teaching wish or whatever actually came to pass, because I was like, oh, okay, I think I actually love this. It was nice. I was tutoring law of things and also law of dialect. I actually found them to be so nice, and also my students were like very good people and all of those things. So, and then last year, now, okay, so obviously when you do your master's, that is the academics part of things. It's not really about the practice of being a lawyer, like an attorney or an advocate. So I actually got articles. This is literally my law journey, and I know I am not really like discussing a whole lot of details and everything, because I don't want this video to be like too long and to a point where it's boring. But then now, after I did that, 2019 2020, which was last year, I actually got to do articles in a firm in Cape Town where I'm currently working. A very good firm. We do family law there and other things as well. So what is happening is, when you do articles, and I still get a lot of questions like, oh, so like how long does the articles, or the article has to be, how many pages? So articles is more of like practicals for lawyers. I know when you hear articles, you literally just think of a paper, an article that is written and everything else like that. So it's kind of like practicals, if I have to put it that way. If we were engineering students, I will say it is in service, what's this in what's this what's that thing for engineers, in service training. Yeah, so we do articles, and after articles you need to do your admission exams. So there's another way. So articles is 2 years, but I did not do the 2 years, because I'm not doing the 2 years because I have done law school at UCT, one Rondebosch, where you literally just do the 6 months, and after doing the 6 months, you do a year of articles, which is 1 year of articles instead of the 2 years. So when you do a 6 months law school, then you have to do 1 year of articles. But obviously, it depends on your contract with the firm that you are working for. If ever you're gonna still do the 2 years, but still do your article, I mean, still do your law school, which is PLT. There's a PLT, yeah. So things like that. So after that, guys, after your articles and after the law school, depending on which route you take, whether you do the 2 years of articles or you do one year of articles and 6 months of law school, you still need to do the admission exams. Admission exams, it's 4 courses. There is paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4. And paper 4, guys, those things are not nice, but at the same time they are not as difficult, because people really, when I literally now knew I had to do admission exams, people really made it seem so difficult, such that it's not doable, of which I don't want to lie, I didn't find them that difficult for me, but I wrote only 2, paper 2 and paper 4. I'm still left with paper 1 and paper 3. I didn't find them difficult. Obviously, it's not like any other exams where you can just cram today and tomorrow you go right and still make it. Varsity people, you know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, it's not something that is not doable. You can't, no, people must stop this thing of, admission exams, board exams, they're a killer, those ones. Guys, you just must give it your best. You must give it your all. You must study. There's no miracle that will happen if you do not study, which is the same thing like as any other exam. You must read, you must understand. Even if you don't understand, you must be good in cramming, of which with admission exams, really cramming won't really take you far, because things that you write about is things that you might need to do in practice. So if you cram, it won't really do you any good. So yes, guys, since it's about me and it's a story time. So as I'm doing articles and I did law school had a lot of modules that we had to do, but due to COVID, some of the things we had to finish off, I mean, doing online and all of those things. But it was very nice. I really met very good people there, very nice souls, such that now, very very good people, really, I have to say, such that now we're still friends, and we still talk, we do a whole lot of talking about law things and other things as well. And so that's that. And I'm still going to do the 2 exams in August, and that's when I will be admitted as an attorney. And so I think I literally thought I should share with you that when you want to do law, so even if you don't want to do law and someone who wants to do law, tell them they will still need to do articles, they will still need to do admission exams. Having an LLB is literally just the start, or the start of the things, of wanting to become an attorney. So it kind of, if you literally finish record time and everything else like that, to become an admitted attorney, it kind of takes about 6-7 years. Let me just say 6 years, because you will do your 4 years of LLB, and then you now do your 2 years of articles, then you get admitted. So that's that. But if I have to be honest with you, I did not know this journey was going to be this difficult. But at the same time, we keep pushing. I believe, there are quite a few people, not even quite a few people, but there are a lot of people that got admitted, and they are doing so well. And it really depends on how you want to take it. If you want to push, you will push, and you will actually do well. So forward we go. I'm also doing my exams now in August, and just the 2 that is left. And I pray and hope that, obviously, I will study, that things go well. So please comment down below, and if you want to hear more about this LLB journey, just let me know, and yeah, I will definitely explain things to you. But one thing I must say is LLB is not for the faint-hearted, especially when you are literally, when you literally have to finish your course now, and you must get a job, and you must start supporting people financially. It's better when you don't like really need to support people, but obviously you must get the job for yourself as well to support yourself, because yeah, it's tough sometimes. You get articles, but you still get paid very low, and it's just not easy. So guys, you know what, let's see you in the next video. Thank you so much, and keep well, and be safe, and be warm. Please keep safe, put on your mask. Yeah, let's just be safe. It's now like so cold where I am. I hope you guys are keeping warm and being safe. I love you all, and thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe and like if you are coming across this video for the first time, or this phase for the first time. So yeah, let's subscribe. Let's keep it going. Thank you.